What's up, YouTubers? Today I will bring a deck provider on the new Raging form. This deck was updated with the new set, which is set 9. And with the supports, Raging form is playable, much more playable than before. So let's get on started. For starting Vanguard, we have Promising Knight David. David's a good card for this deck because the Shy of Raging form doesn't need Revenger to retire, and all it needs is 2. So with this, it counts as a 2 for first time you want to sack. So it's actually pretty good, pretty free. I mean, you could do it with anything like Aura Geyser, Spectral Diablo. They all need 2 to activate their skill, even though Spectral is actually 3, but you could sack something and then sack this with a restanding seal. That's why this is good, and that's the reason you run it. One's good enough. I mean, if it's retired, you have units, so not a big problem. Moving on to grade 3s, we have 4 Raging form. Main card of the deck, that's what you want to have on your Vanguard, which I would say, unless you're Greylock, you will always have this on your Vanguard, since the other grade 3s search for this. So the skill is Limit Break 4. After this battle, after it attacks, you could choose 3 of your Revenger unit and retire it. Then choose a Raging form from your hand and rewrite it. And then plus 10. So it's a Persona Ride. And second skill is when this card attacks, you could counterblast 1. And if you do, it gains 3k. So it becomes a 14. And the last is Lord, which is an old skill that says you cannot have other clan card in the deck. No. On the board, if you do, it can't attack. It can't attack. So which, it's just a rule that says you can only play the same clan card in the deck, which is not a problem. Then moving on, we have Revenger Slayer Hacks Dragon. This is a good card. I mean, it's first of all, it's Abyss Dragon. Second, it gives you Vanguard of Raging form consistently, since when you ride this, you could counterblast 1 and discard 1. Then look for your deck for Raging form, ride it, and then you put this grade 3 back to your hand. So it gives you a Shy as well. You could ride, skill, search for Raging, add this to your hand, and discard this for Shy, or you could Shy with something else and then use it for Raging form Shy skill, the Shy itself, because the Shy needs 2 Abyss Dragon to discard in order to activate the skill. That's why these are really good. And the cards in the deck could search for Raging form as well, so you usually get Raging form in your hand a lot faster than before. Before, the old support give you a counterblast 1, and you can look for the same copy at your Vanguard from the deck. So if you don't ride Raging form, you ride. The old build was Abyss with Raging. That's the best one. But it's not consistent since you don't always have Raging form. But with this one, you guarantee have Raging form. Then moving on to grade 2, we played 4 mana. Best grade 2 in the deck, I would say. They search any grade 1, any Revenger grade 1 you want, which help you to get your key cards. Such as there's a new grade 1 allows you to look at top 5, review top 5 for Raging form. If not, gains 2k. So let's say you write this as Vanguard. You call the grade 1 out, use the grade 1 skill, and if there's no Raging form, you give mana 2k, so mana become 10, which hit your opponent even if your opponent is 9k grade 2. 10k grade 2, you could also hit it unless they're 11, which I don't think there's anyone playing that kind of card. Even though there's some of them, they do have it. Like Kagura have a one that cannot attack, but it gains 5k when being attacked, I believe. That's the only one that couldn't hit. Anything else, I believe this one could go over with a skill. Then we play 3 Blasted Dark Revenger Abyss. Abyss is good because with only 1 counterblast, you could retire any grade 1 or lower that your opponent have, such as Laurel, Ripple, anything that you don't want them to have, you could retire. And starter, early game you could kill the starter as well, which that's why it's good. Then moving on, we play 2 Masquerade. 12k attacker, I play 2 because it's a good rush early game and it hits number, that's why you could play 2. Plus, when you do shy, you give the power on this is a 22 with 2 trigger. Since you do with raging form is dense, you do 5 dry check. With this, it gains more power. That's why I run it. Then the last grade 2 we have is for 2 Nene. I feel like this is really good card since it helps you to thin out your deck and it give you more card in hand. Also, it give you more chances to get what you need for the combo. Cause with this deck, in order to do your attack, you need combo pieces. That's why this is really good. By discarding 1, you could draw 2. Plus, with the Shy Revenger Raging form, you don't need your rear guard to be Revenger, so you could just retire Nana as well. That's why it's good. Then moving on to grade 1, we have 4 Perfect Guard on flip. This deck kind of I would say it's heavy since Abyss is 1, Nelin's 1, your Shy costs 1 or 2, like somewhere around that. That's why the counter charge is really good. And other than that, it's just Perfect Guard. Then moving on, we play 4 is a new grade 1. This is a grade 1 that allows you to reveal top 5 for Raging form. If not, it gains 2k to a unit. I like this better than the old one we have, which is Counterblast 1. Choose the same card on your Vanguard. Because this is, first of all, this is free. Second of all, it gave 2k. Even though this is rest, you lose a 6k boost. But it gains another 2k, so you actually only lose 2k of a boost. Plus, if you have a Blast of Dark, Abyss on the side, no boost, you rest this. Let's say this is behind Vanguard. You could rest this. No Raging form from the top 5. You give Abyss 2k, make Abyss 11, which hits your opponent in Vanguard. That's why it's good. And when you write Nelen, you could call this out, do a free search, and then at the end of the turn, return this to the bottom deck, which you don't lose anything, and give you a free search. Plus, Nenen, if not, Nenen gains a power which can hit your opponent's Vanguard. Then we play 2 Limit Break Enabler. I feel like with Manon and you're gonna take damage, 2 is good enough since all you need to do is have Limit Break. So more than that, I feel like there's no point for it. Then moving on, we play 4 Shy Rider. The reason why we play 4 because with the Revenger Shy, it says you need to discard 2 grade 3 Abyss Dragon. So you wouldn't really want to use them to Shy. So this is a extra card for you to Shy, and then you could discard them for the skill. That's why I run 4. More chance to get it. Then moving on for the triggers, we have 7 crit. They're all Revengers. So that if you actually go for a Limit Break, you could use it. 5 draws. Now I play 4 Owl in this deck instead of Revenger draws. And then only 1 because I feel like the Soul Charge is really important because most of the cards in your in your G zone needs Soul Blast. That's why the Soul is really important. And that's the reason why I run that instead of 4 Revenger and then only 1 of Owl. I feel like 4 is really good since you get more chance of having it in your hand and you could play into Soul for it. Then we play 4 Heal Trigger. Also Revenger, but I mean, you can play any heal you want because you don't really want to call Heal Trigger out to sack because they're for G Guardian. Then moving on to the G zones, we have 4 Revenger, 2 Revenger Raging from Dragon. Skill is Limit Break 4, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. After this attacks, I believe was after this card attacks, if you have a heart with Raging in its name, you could Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, discard 2 Abyss Dragon from your hand, retire 2 unit, and choose a card named True Revenger Raging Raptor Dragon from your G zone, and write it as stand, put the original one back to the G zone face up. So it allows you to, and then you lose 1 drag check. So it's 5 drag check if you use it only once. There is a combo which you could do triple Raging in 1 turn, but you kind of don't want to since even though it give you a 7 dry check, you lose a lot because you need a heavy setup since you want. That way you need to have a Strider in your hand and then at least 4 Abyss Dragon. yeah, you need 4 of this dragon in order to do that. If you want to make, and you need soul, that's why if they soul blast each time they use a skill, so you need to have 2 soul at least, which if you use soul on some other stuff, you can do this. But 4 is good enough. You could do first time attack once and then use a skill, and then next turn strike again and then do it again, which is pretty good. Then moving on, if you actually do the triple raging, the other one you could use it for spectral to flip, I guess. That's optional. So then moving on, we have 2 Diablo. Still a good card. I mean, 36 with no guard from hand if your opponent doesn't sack unit. Not bad, but I mean, you lose board 2, and when you're playing against a mirror match, you could lose to it as well. But I mean, it's still a good card, but it's really heavy. That's why you only run 2 now instead of 4. Then we play 2 Organizer. Organizer is still a good card. I mean, if you don't have the setup for raging, you could go to Organizer first as a first stride. It's pretty good. Then we play 1 Spectral Duke. Spectral Duke, you only need 1 since it's counterblast 2 to reset and need the Soul Blast. And also need to flip a card in the G zone. That's why 1's good enough. If you G Guardian first and then it's your... Let's say you go first and you G Guard your opponent's attack. You have a GB1. And then your turn, you don't have the setup for raging. You could go to Diablo right away. Since by writing Diablo, you have GB2. And then Diablo's first skill is Soul Blast 1, Flip 1, and Retire 1. That makes you GB3, which give you the condition for your second skill, which is a requirement of GB3. And it do a double attack, which is good on Vanguard, and it's 4 dry check total. Not bad. Then we play 1 True Revenger Drag Ruler. It's just there for setting up your board again, since if you do mana and call grade 1, let's say you mana call this grade 1, rest skill and top 5 no unit, you could then plus 2 to mana and then use Drag Ruler skill and then sack this unit, since it goes back to the deck and the end of turn anyway. So you could call Limit Break Enabler, which plus another 3k, make it a 10k boost. So, and then it's permanent on the field, that's why it's good. You could change your board a bit. Then we play 2 of the Childek Dragon. It's really good. It clears board for you. Your opponent needs set up again. And also, if they don't retire 2, your whole front row, you could choose 3 units in your front row and they gain 4k each. So you could choose all to your Vanguard, which your Vanguard gains 12k, or choose 3 separate units, each of them gains 4k. That depends on you. And the good part about this skill is that if your opponent only have 1 rear guard, they still need to retire it and you gain the 4k power as well. Then moving on, we'll play 3 of the Pot Maker Dragon. It's a new G Guardian for Shadow Paladin. Really free. I mean, all you need is Ritual. Ritual is 3 grade 1 in the drop zone, which really easy to get since you have Soul Blast, Retire, and Stride. You get your grade 1 in the drop zone really fast. That's why 3 is good. We run 1 Dark Element because your perfect guard cannot protect your rear guard. So if you have, let's say you go against Dimension Please or Dote, they attack your rear guard. You have this to protect you. That's why you run 1. If you don't want to run this, you could run 1 more copy of Pot Maker, which is fine as well. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and I will see you guys next time.